So today, with borders opening, getting ready to open, and people getting ready to start traveling back here, we're going to look at some of the five cheapest hotels that are available to book right now. And I'm going to give you some tips and tricks for booking along the way. So let's go. Hey folks, and welcome back to Pattaya. As the title would indicate, we're going to talk about budget hotels, some cheap hotels available just now. Now, this will be the first part of a little mini series here. We're going to start at the low end of hotels and work up to the moderate and higher price hotels. And we'll get a little breakfast today as we start. It'll start a little slow because I have a lot of tips and tricks to give you about booking as well. So regardless of your budget and price range, you might at least want to listen to the tips and tricks because it will apply to all of them. So let's jump into this. So yeah, I've come to the Continental Bakery today. One of my favorite little places here, right off Soy Chayapum, Soy Excite. Haven't been here in a while, but with borders ready to open, travel about to resume, at least on a limited scale, I thought I would take this opportunity this week to talk about some lodging options, different hotels, and different options in the price ranges of those hotels. So I know I have a lot of different viewers and a lot of different opinions on this, so we're going to actually do three episodes to kind of encapsulate all of this for the different budgets and the different experiences. I mean, anytime you travel or a vacation, a holiday, I like to refer to it as a pie. You have the vacation or holiday pie, and you have to cut that pie into slices. How big those slices are up to you. But you have a lot of slices of the pie. Lodging, hotel, the expense for that is definitely one decent sized slice of the pie, no matter how you slice it. And of course you have your inland transportation, your food, your drink, your entertainment, your incidentals, not to mention the highest or the biggest slice of the pie, which would probably be your airfare. So everybody's going to slice their pie up a little bit differently, and I understand that. And in light of that, we will do three different episodes. We will do low budget, the cheapest, the low end. We'll do mid-scale, the mid-range hotels, maybe in the $25 to $40 range. And then we will do the higher end, maybe up to $100 range. But I think just starting at the easy one, at the cheapest one is the easiest for me, because what I've done is I've gone on a Go-To this morning and I've got the 5 lowest cost hotels, actual hotels, not Go-To homes, not condos, not anything where somebody's renting a room, real hotels that you can walk up and book with front desks, etc. We will visit each of those 5 hotels. I'll show you what they are. I'll show you what the booking price is as of today. And we'll also get a walk-up price today as well. I'm doing this in real time today because as I go forward in the tips and tricks and kind of advice segment, you'll see why that becomes important. So regardless of what your budget is, if you're high-end, low-end budget, you probably at least want to watch this one because I'm going to go into some tips and tricks about booking, and that will or may affect your experience in no matter what hotel price range you actually ultimately go with. So let me start in on that. First thing, the way these booking sites work, you will not get the same price I am getting in your home country. You just won't. They have it arranged where there are different, depending on where you are coming from, there are different rates, okay? So for that reason, my first tip is book here. Wait till you come here and book locally. If you're coming from wherever, Canada, US, Australia, the Netherlands, wherever, your rates that you're locking in there will be higher than the rates that you actually get on the same booking site here. There's a couple reasons for that. One, let me just say, and I know in the US this was a thing, there are certain laws in different countries where they require booking sites to give you the full price, inclusive of all tax, service charges, booking fees, everything up front as the price that you see. There were some companies and airlines that were advertising prices that were way cheaper than their competitors, but on the back end, once you hit that book now button, on the back end they would add on all these service charges and fees, and your net result was a much higher rate, and that isn't really good business. So certain countries have taken steps to say, hey, show your cards up front, we want the whole price inclusive of all your taxes, fees, and so forth. And Thailand doesn't fall into that category. they will generally be 17% put on top of that, 7% for tax and 10% booking fee. So we're going to get into all that. We're going to visit the hotels and we'll see. But that would be my first tip. Now, I know a lot of you are thinking, well, I'm not going to travel halfway around the world and not have a place to stay. Maybe book your first night online. If that bothers you, maybe book your first night online. That way if you're at your wit's end at the end of a long trip, you know exactly where you're going, you're guaranteed to have accommodation, a place that you've already had time to vet and kind of read reviews on and things like that. So I get that, but for the rest of your 2 or 3 week or month or however long trip, I would wait till you get here. Now, as a condition, if you're coming here on Christmas or New Year's, especially New Year's, January 1st, it is the most busy time. You may want to definitely have a room booked in advance for that day. Availability could be a thing. Wow, thank you. Good. Wow. Availability could be an issue. So if you're coming on a peak day, and that really is the only peak day, there are so many hotel rooms in Pattaya, they're never fully booked. New Year's Eve, 31st, 1st, that could be a thing. Even Christmas isn't that bad, but I would still maybe consider booking in advance for those peak days only. Even Songkran, I don't believe is that bad. It's just not. The worst day is December 31st trying to find a room. So keep that in mind, a little disclaimer there. I got my English breakfast. When you arrive, when you land, get a SIM card at the airport. You need your passport to buy a SIM card here. You're going to have your passport with you at the airport, I hope anyway. So that's taken care of. You can get a SIM card and an unlimited data plan for your 2 or 3 weeks or whatever it's going to be, probably for $25 or $30. A lot of times they'll sell them in 1 week blocks, 1 day blocks, 1 week blocks, and 1 month blocks. So you might have to get a month if you're going to be here 2 or 3 weeks, or you could just buy a week and then re-up. That's a thing as well. You'll have to figure that out and what the plans are at the time. But I would highly recommend that. I would recommend in Pattaya here using the True network. It works very good in Pattaya. There are many good ones, AIS, DTAC, 3BB, but in Pattaya here I use True and I always seem to have very good reception. Some of the others are hit and miss, but in other areas they may be superior, so maybe do a little homework on that. But for Pattaya, that's the only thing I can talk about here. I use True. So once you have your SIM card and your data package, now you have internet access, because you can hook, you can turn your hotspot on your smartphone or mobile device, and provide internet for a laptop or a tablet or something else. Or if all you have is your phone, that's fine too. But I guess the next tip would be, when you do go to book, I would not use an app for one of the booking sites. I would use the full version, the mobile version, desktop version, whatever you can get on your phone. I would not use the app. I did that this morning. I used the Agoda app. I had far fewer choices on the app than I had on the desktop version. So I think for best practice and to see the whole picture, if you have a notebook you travel with, or at least even on the cell phone, try to get the full desktop version in your web browser on your mobile phone. I think that's a best practice. So let's get down to brass tacks. First, the rules of engagement for today. I already told you, I only considered real walk-in front desk type hotels, no condos or anything like that. Number 2, I used a geographic isolator, meaning just Central Pattaya for this. So from the beach road to 3rd Road, and then from Pattaya Thai or South Pattaya Road to Pattaya Nua or North Pattaya Road, that rectangle right there, Central Pattaya. So the first one is right around the corner from here. We're going to start at number 5. Number 5, these aren't any indication of the number of stars or the quality of the hotel. We're just talking price-wise, because after all, we are at the lowest cost end, the budget end. So I think it's only fair to start at the most expensive of the 5 and work up to the cheapest. That doesn't mean one's better than the other. But the first one, the highest cost one, is right around the corner here on Soi Chaiapun or Soi Pothole. So let's go up and take a look at that, and I'll tell you how much it is, and we'll go in and get a price at the front desk, compare and contrast that, and then we'll go to numbers 4, 3, all the way up to number 1. So let's get going. All right, we've arrived at number 1. Number one, a little bit confusing. It's listed on the booking sites as Chaiyapoon Inn, but it's really, if you come up the road here, it's called Chaiyapoon Apartment by the sign. So I'm not sure which is the most current title, but it's the same place. I've actually stayed here before. I have a video online about this. I'll try to link to these. Sometimes it'll let me, sometimes it won't. But at any rate, I have stayed here before. It was a decent room. This is number 5. It came in at 321 baht. Now keep in mind, that is minus the booking fee, minus the 7% tax. So add 17% to that. That's probably the true cost of booking this for tonight. I'm going to go in though and ask how much it is for tonight, just a walk-in out of the blue, and see what kind of price I get. But this is one, and Third Road, we're just a block, less than a block from Third Road, and a block and a half to 2 blocks from Soi Buakhao. So good location, central Pattaya, and there's a lot of stuff on this Soi. This is a very popular Soi, a lot of new places. But anyway, it's not what this is about. It's about getting a cheap hotel. All right, very nice lady at the desk. So I was quoted 400 baht. That's all in, that's tax. Give her, count out 4 100 baht bills, and that's the price for tonight. So I think it would be very similar to Agoda. I'll try to do the math, add the 17% to the Agoda price just to see, but it's going to be negligible difference either way. So anyway, that's number 5. Let's go and see what number 4 is. All right, I'll tell you what happened. So we were at Chaiyapoon. Turns out that's going to be number 4. Because the original number 4 I went to and was closed. It was called Riviera Beach on Soi 13-2. It's after 10 in the morning. The shutters, the door was pulled shut. So even though that came up on Agoda, I just went by there closed. So I went to the next one down, which really should have been number 5. So this will be number 5, New Star. New Star, we're on Soi Honey. Kind of almost to Second Road, a short block to Second Road. Fabulous location right here. And I just went in, very lovely lady again. Total price at the desk, 450, which would definitely be cheaper than after adding the tax and booking fee on Agoda. So 450 all in. She says they have shampoo, water, free Wi-Fi, yada yada, the whole 9 yards. So New Star Soi Honey really is number 5 in this. Sorry to confuse you. And the Chaiyapoon Inn, or Chaiyapoon Apartments as the sign says, would be number 4. So let's go to number 3 now. 3, I believe, is a all-time favorite of mine. But anyway, let's go. Hopefully no more are closed. That can be a thing, and that can happen right now. Once in a while you get one that you can book online, but technically they're closed. So that's a glitch. Maybe I might have just saved somebody some trouble. All right, so I'll show you number 3. Right on Second Road, right across from Tip Plaza. I was quoted on Agoda 286 baht. Now you got to be a little bit careful. This hotel does have hostel style rooms and fan rooms, but here again to compare apples to apples, an air conditioned room, single room with its own bath. It's called the Ice Inn. So they come in at number 3. Now actually they're tied in price for number 4, the Chaiyapoon, on the walk-up price. I walked in, very nice lady here again. The room with air conditioned, the king bed, 400 baht. So it's really tied. Let's just say it's tied, even though the asking price on Agoda was slightly different. Comes in at number 3 on our list, and it looks like a nice hotel. And the location can't be beat, right across from Tip Plaza here on Second Road. Soi Honey, just a stone's throw away. Where we were at the New Star, literally a 1-minute walk. So that's, now my favorite on the list is next, actually, number 2. I thought it was 3. Number 2 is my favorite. That's where we're going now. We've been there before. All right, up to number 2, getting down to the nitty gritty. This is my favorite one out of the bunch. I have stayed here twice, matter of fact. It's called the Natural Beach Hotel, or Ban Sila. It's actually kind of 2 hotels rolled into one. Why is it my favorite? Well, they have a swimming pool. It's right here on the beach, Soi 11 and Beach Road. I think the location's choice. I like the swimming pool, and the rooms have been decent, clean, and modern. But on Agoda, this one's interesting, 278 baht. Now, of course, you have to add the 17%, but walk-in price all in, 600 baht. So this would definitely be one. She even told me. I said, hey, I saw it on Agoda for much cheaper. She said, yeah, just book it on Agoda because the cheapest I can give you 600 baht. So there's that. There's that. Plus, I forget to mention, I've mentioned this before in other videos, but a lot of times if you are booking on a certain booking site, they may offer you perks and points, which may save you money on future bookings. So that's another benefit to booking on the booking sites as well that might be a little bit hidden. But price-wise on this one's a no-brainer. All right, let's go out to number one. All right, number one came to Scow Beach Road, Soy Scow Beach. And it's called Scandelic. The problem is there's two of them. They're almost right next to each other, but one, they both have rooms, but one is renovating now and they have a restaurant. The other one, I went in, they have rooms, but the big boss wasn't there, so I couldn't get a quote. But they were the cheapest on Agoda today. So I'm pretty sure it's not the one with the restaurant that I was able to book on Agoda. It's the one right next door. Apparently at one point they were both connected or same owner, but I think they've been divided up. But anyway, 255 baht. A very budget friendly 255 baht. So I'm thinking definitely under 350 even after the tax, the booking fee and everything. And even though I couldn't get a price quoted because the boss wasn't here, I'm pretty sure it's going to be in that neighborhood. So there you go. There's 5 today. Even with all of the other budget properties, many other budget properties that are closed, we don't know if they'll open, reopen, when they'll open, we don't know. Also, there are also many other ones that may not be listed on booking sites like Agoda that you can just walk around and find. They are saying in November prices are going up. I think you guys can figure that out. But here's what won't change. So if prices change, let's say prices do change. Maybe they go up 10%, 20%, 50%, who knows? But here's one thing that won't change. The location of the hotel isn't going to change. The type of room and amenities isn't going to change. And I would think the price structure, even though all ships rise with the tide, so a 400 baht room may turn into a 600 baht room, a 600 baht room may turn into a 900 baht room, but I'm thinking the budget end of rooms is going to remain pretty much within this bunch. Might one go up more than another? Yes, but I think pretty much they will all go up probably about the same rate. It's very competitive. You got to remember that the hotel market here is very, very competitive. So even though all of them might go up, we might not be talking the 200 to 300 baht range. We might be talking the 400, 500, 600 baht range, the low end, depending on weekends, depending on holidays. So they are going to go up, but everything else pretty much remains the same. All right, next time, moderate price hotels. So there you go, the 5 lowest price hotel options available on Agoda today. Some very nice ones in here. I have stayed at some of these, some I have not. I was impressed with this one, the new star here on Sui Honey. The lady was extremely nice and welcoming, and the property looked clean. At any rate, there are many budget hotels in town. Some we don't know if they will reopen or not. There will definitely be some casualties in all this, I can assure you of that. Your favorite might be among them. So in regards to that, you might want to look at some of these, or at least consider some of these other options that are around. Some very good choices and some very good locations. But anyway, hope you enjoyed the episode. I'm going to go ahead and leave this one off right here. And as usual, I'll thank you for watching. And until next time, bye for now.